everyone, Modz here, back with another video, and today we're gonna dive into velocity in Vegas Pro. How to sync your clips perfectly, how velocity impacts your footage, and some must-know tips and tricks for you to follow. Now let's hop into Vegas and break it all down. So we're here in Vegas now, and before we do any velocity, we need to keep something in mind. Your song of choice matters so much. A bad song with bad flow and bad tempo won't result in good flow in your edit and good velocity. So I've got this song over here. As you can see, my song has nice flow and nice tempo to it. So you chose the song that you want to use and you added it in your timeline. Now you want to select the beats where you want the ramp ups to be, and then select these beats so we never miss them again. So an example of a beat would be this right here, and you can see it's like an aggressive audio curve right here. So once you have your cursor on it, you can press M on your keyboard to add a marker in so you know exactly where the beat is, and you don't have to search for it every time. There we go. Now you select a different beat. I want this beat right here where the song drops, and now continue adding marker on beats based on the flow you're going for. Okay, step 2 out of the way. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 markers. That should be enough for our 2 clips that we're going for over here. It all depends on how many clips you have and the length of the video. And now let's drag our first clip to the start of the song, and let's quickly do some syncing. So I want my shot to be on this beat right here. So I go ahead, hold Alt on my keyboard. As you can see, the cursor changes, and then while hovering over the video event, we can either hold and drag left or drag right in order to move throughout your clip. Now I want it to be on my shot, so I will just drag to the right a bit in order to meet with the shot. Boom, there you go. Now I shoot. So if we take a look at it, now as you can see, the shot is synced, but we don't have that smooth velocity and our speed is too linear. That's where our velocity envelope comes in. In order to add velocity to a clip, we right click the video event, go to insert/remove envelope, and then velocity. As you can see, it added this green line over here. Let me make this bigger so you can see it more. There we go. Now if we hover over this line, you can see it shows velocity, but if we go to the start of it, where there's a square, it says velocity at 0000 is 100%. What does this mean? So basically, velocity in Vegas Pro is based on percentage. And this percentage is the speed of the clip. So 100% speed is basically 1x speed. Now if we go ahead and raise this point to, let's say, 500% speed, this will make the clip 5 times faster. Let me show you. See what I mean? And now on the other hand, if we go to 50% velocity, it will make the clip 0.5% faster. And if you notice, the whole clip is playing in slow motion and our shot is no longer synced. But we're trying to adjust the speed based on events. And these events are the song ramp-ups and beats, which we indicated with these markers over here. Now to dynamically adjust the speed, so let's say when the song starts, we need the clip to be fast and going slow, and then from slow to fast, we need to add keyframes. But some of you don't know what a keyframe is. Basically, a keyframe is a value of something at a certain time. Okay, so we already have a keyframe at the start of the clip, which is this one at 50%. Now if we want to add another keyframe, we can either double click on our green line while hovering, or we can right click on our green line and add a point. This will add different sections of velocity in our clip, as you can see here, and we can adjust each point to have a higher velocity or a lower one. Let me just show you what I'm talking about here. So as you can see, the clip starts from this 50% keyframe, it goes up to 600%, it goes back down to 50%, and it goes up again to 600%. Now this is too random and it's not desirable. And here's where our markers come in. So we basically added these markers on the beat because we want our clips to ramp up on the beat. So let's add a keyframe like 30 frames before the actual marker and add another one like 30 frames after by double clicking. Now it says 100% here, 100%, 100%. Now let's add another keyframe, and this time I will hold the keyframe and then drag it. It will snap to the marker and then adjust the speed of it. Let me try like a 500% speed over here. And now if you notice, it ramps up on the beat, but the speed is too much here. So let me just do like 400%, like 300%, not even 400 because it's too fast. There you go. That's how you basically sync your clip to the song. Now, if you hover over a line between two keyframes, right-click that line. As you can see, there's something called linear fade, fast fade, slow, smooth, sharp, hold, etc. What are those? Let's try selecting different ones. So, fast fade. You see how the line between the two keyframes changes? Now let's switch to slow. So basically what this is the interpolation between two keyframes. It's basically the math function that determines how rapid the transition is between one keyframe to another. So if we select slow here, you can see the clip starts slow and then it rapidly goes up fast. But if we go to fast, it will be faster at the start. So what I usually do is, if I'm going from a low point to a higher point, I usually right click and do slow fade. Going from a low velocity to a higher velocity requires a slow fade for that smooth transition. From a higher point to a lower point, I usually do right click, fast. So if we take a look at it now, you can see how smoothly the clip plays now. Let's say I want slow motion after this higher point. So basically if we play it, we don't see any slow motion. So this point is 100%, so we can do 50%. You can see how this changes. Now let's do the same for these other markers right here. Now I need my first clip to end here, so I'm just gonna cut it and delete. There we go. And then do slow on this one. So if we take a look at it, we can see that our clip is not synced anymore. And the reason for that is because we changed the speed of the clip at certain points. To fix that, we can do the same thing as we did at the start of the video. So hold Alt on your keyboard, and then while hovering over the video event, click and drag either to the right or to the left. So let me see where my shot is here. I'm gonna go to the right a bit and keep dragging in small increments. Boom, there you go. Now if we watch it again, now we can see how velocity changed the whole flow and tempo. Messing around with values, trying out different stuff, adding some sound effects, we get this. That's it for this tutorial, and remember, you need to try out different songs, different flows to get the desired effect and to master velocity. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.